welcome back to Cryogenic Winter. Following the events of last episode where we left off in this auto shop, I continue searching around to find car parts. From this auto shop I also steal a television and a small table, just so I can watch the skill tapes later on. The auto shop did have a couple of car components, but not really much of what I was looking for. Spare engine parts, however, were going to be very useful to fix our engine. I was now looking for the Raven Creek police station. I don't know where anything is in Raven Creek, so I decided to just look around the map. On my way to the non-designated blue building on my map, I found a U-Storage. I didn't have a sledgehammer to get in, and I really didn't feel like spending the rest of my day hitting the doors until they broke down, so for the time being I just marked it on my map and went away. I then came across a couple of stores, most of which had armored doors. This seems to be an area that you're supposed to visit with a sledgehammer. Except I don't have one, so I just took some liquor and got out. Upon entering the building, it appeared to be some kind of dining room. I have absolutely no idea what this is, but I do recognize it from this video. At least now I know where that happened. Aside from that though, there was really nothing of value in this building. What I did find was a mirror, which I decided to take with me. Just because if I'm gonna make a good base, I'm gonna need quite a bit of decoration for it. Looking around my map, I noticed another large blue building just down there. This one had a really weird shape, so I didn't know exactly what it could be. Even though the lighting seemed to be sunset, it actually was only about 2 p.m. I decided it was best to just go around town a little bit near my base to figure out what I have nearby. If you couldn't tell, I am currently at a gas station getting gas for my generator. If you use a generator to power a gas station, you can actually just use the gas pumps outside and you have essentially infinite fuel. If you combine that with the insane generator efficiency of my base, I have literally years worth of fuel on me right now. Great. I got my fuel and my generator all back home. What I really needed now was the correct car parts to upgrade this Jeep. Considering one charge of the generator has about 104 days, I have at least 300 days left of fuel. While unloading some items, I decided to start putting down some of the furniture I got. It's not the prettiest living room, but it's a living room for sure. At least now I'll be able to go and watch the skill tapes if I ever find them. Back in my storeroom, I decided these shelves would be where I'd keep my mechanics equipment. Sure, I didn't have much, but it was something. Additionally, I had enough dog food to make a box of it. I don't even know why I have so much dog food, but if everything else fails, I'll eat this. I decided to check out the modifications panel on my Jeep. There's some pretty cool items here, and I even have a roof tent. However, what I don't have are roof rails. So that's another item to keep an eye out for. I pretty much spent the entire rest of the day just organizing items and putting away some things in my base. I also decided to go and do some mechanics, even though I'm probably not qualified for the job. As seen by my ability to not only destroy this muffler, but also be completely unable to remove it from the car. This was when I realized just how infernal it is to actually grind out mechanic skill. At least I was already up a level, so I could at least read my Mechanics Volume 2 book. At least I knew what I would be looking for on the next day. You see, since this challenge actually uses a lower population than most of my other runs, I wasn't really expecting to find much resistance up here. I had, however, completely ignored the fact that I am playing with a mod that patches the fact that zombies only spawn in buildings once you look inside. Meaning all the massive apartment complexes nearby had already spawned everything inside. But I had finally found the police station. Hopefully I would be able to just go inside, get some weapons, and get back out. After all, there's not that many zombies out here, are there? I decided to just clear the streets a little bit, just so I wouldn't have to find a horde out here waiting for me once I ran back to my car. What I didn't expect was the amount of zombies already following the sound of the car. Sure, there's a few of them, but it's nothing I haven't dealt with before. This should be easy considering I still have some combat drugs in my backpack in case I get tired. The situation was rapidly spiraling out of control. Zombies just kept on coming on from downtown, and I really didn't have enough firepower to kill them, considering I didn't have any weapons on me actually. The only equipment I had was a hammer, which is awful, a nearly broken baseball bat, and an even worse axe. Thankfully I didn't even take damage since I'm wearing so many layers of clothing. However, I couldn't let that happen again. The zombies were coming in such numbers that even one bite could mean that I would get swarmed instantly. I definitely couldn't keep fighting them forever. Since I had lost the first level of endurance and I really didn't feel like getting that huge damage penalty, I decided to snort some cocaine. Just like in RimWorld, it makes me a lot better in combat, even though it has the downside of making me thirsty. But right now I have a bit of a bigger problem on my hands than wanting some water. Due to the amount of zombies outside, I decided to just retreat indoors. Maybe if I could find the weapons stash and then use some guns to take out the remaining zombies, I could get out. But right now, there were just too many of them for me to take on. As it turns out, I had completely underestimated the amount of zombies that would be coming out as soon as I started firing. In fact, I had probably already downed about 100 or so zombies at this point, and this isn't even close to how many I killed by the end of the episode. The only problem was that with every zombie I killed, I was attracting about 10 more. And to say there were hundreds would probably be an understatement.